G'day guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Wildkard. Thank you for watching the Wildkard Rugby Show. This is Super Rugby Review. This is the Fijian Drua versus the Waratahs. And yeah, for the first time ever, the Druas has beaten the Waratahs 39 points to 36. This game went into extra time. The game finished at 36 points to 36. And the Waratahs has 7 minutes pretty much to try to win the game. And they couldn't do it. 10 Edmund tried to drop goal, hit the goal's pads. Didn't even make the height to clear the bar. Hit the pads on the vertical crossbars, and yeah, the Druas have pretty much one chance inside the Waratahs half. And Rob Valentini's brother, Kemi Valentini, under pressure from a player trying to tackle him, juked the player with a little step, slots a drop goal. Yeah, quite beautiful to see, and quite a happy day for the Drua fans. The Waratahs, what can I say, was absolutely atrocious in the first half. It was pretty hot out there. There was a high humidity. The sun was blazing like out. And the Waratahs players, man, just went, I don't want to play rugby, man. It's too hot. The Fijian Druas came out, right? Embraced the heat. They just ran the rugby. They can see the Waratahs was struggling in the heat. And they pushed the pace. Quick taps, quick plays. And they got, 33 points to 14 was a halftime score. Absolutely slaughtered the Waratahs for the first half, despite the heat. The Waratahs, it was just, the only word to describe it was just lazy. Absolutely freaking lazy. The laziest of them all, and I'm really glad he's leaving as well, Izaia Peresi. Absolute worst of them all. It's too hot, man, I can't make tackles. And literally, right, out of the 4 tries in the first half, Marcy scored 3 tries. His opposite number scored 3 tries. Yes. And 2 out of 3 tries are purely because he missed his tackles. His one-on-one tackles he missed. Absolutely atrocious. And this guy, right? He's going overseas for more money. You know, Rugby Australia saved him, saved his career, right? You know, he was sacked from the Broncos from Rugby League because he was charged with possession with drugs. And Rugby Union said, hey, don't worry about it, mate. You know, it's just a criminal record. We'll take you. He's actually so lucky. He's got people and connections or whatnot. His charge wasn't recorded. Like his conviction wasn't recorded because they think that's going to hurt his career. Sure enough, he's just going, see you later, Rugby Australia. Thanks for the opportunity. I'm going overseas to play for the Leicester Tigers in England. You know, it's ironic, right? You sleep with dog you're going to get fleas. So this dog with fleas is now going to be playing for none other than the former Brumbies head coach, Dan McKellar. I have no doubt that McKellar had something to do with him getting the contract there at the Leicester Tigers, right? Tigers obviously lost Andre Esterhazen, a Rugby World Cup winner for the Springboks. Dan McKellar said, hey, let's bring a convicted criminal, please. That's what I want for my team, right? This is the guy, Dan McKellar, who turned the Brumbies from being one of the most dominant set-piece-oriented machines, right, in Super Rugby to a bunch of fucking penalty milkers. And I'm so glad he left and handed the team to Stephen Larkham, because the way that the Brumbies were playing was just an embarrassment. Just an embarrassment every game. No matter how much talent they got on the field, they just wanted to milk the penalties, guys. You have Nick White taking dives and shit. It was just embarrassing. I'm so glad he's left. And now he's going to have genius. Absolute genius, Dan. Genius. Genius decision to take Izaia Peresi. Out of all the players that's going overseas, Rugby Australia, Peresi is the one guy I'm happy for him to leave. He's the one guy that I'm happy for him to leave. Good luck, you fucking dog with fleas. And yes, enjoy sleeping with the dog with the fleas, Dan. Hopefully you don't get too itchy while sleeping at night. Let's just put it that way. And yeah, with that being said, lazy, peaceful performance from the Waratahs. Came out second half. Literally, Peresi was taken off like 45 minutes into the game. For a centre, yes. Center was subbed out 45 minutes in the game. That's how awful he was. Waratahs turned the game around in the second half. Fiji and Drua had this issue a little bit. They had where if they're leading by too much, they go into the shell and try to like really hang on to that lead. This was a quite sizable lead, 33 points to 14. And then really got into the shell, allowed the Waratahs back into the game. The Waratahs came out second half, just focused on. I mean, there was a bit of rain. I guess it's not that hot anymore, right? The Waratahs came out, was just went to the bread and butter, line out more, just tight play, forwards pounding. And then, was able to win the, level the game at 30 points to 36 points to 36, and then went into extra time, and it was looking pretty good in the extra time before, the discipline cost the Waratahs, allowing the Druas to finally get themselves inside the Waratahs half, and then slot in that drop goal for Rob Valentini. Yeah, really well done for the Druas. They came out this week, again, showed a lot of really, not just a lot of good, they showed everyone what everybody know they're always good at. The high tempo, the attacking style rugby. Like, this was really, surprised me, right? Like, the Waratahs was like, oh my God, it's too hot, let's take 3 points. And the Fijians like, no, we're going to just push the tempo, push the pace. We're going to run you out. They experienced the heat just like everybody else, right? It's just purely like the mental aspect of the team. That is the difference. The Endurers just wanted them more. Despite the heat, they were going to push for the faster tempo, the faster attack, and the Waratahs just, especially Peresi, man. Oh, can't tackle. It's too hot, man. It's too hot. Oh my God, I want to go play in the cold. It's too hot, guys. And it was just embarrassing. Yeah, but the Endurers, I thought was something else. I noticed this game also was really good with the kicking game this week. 2 50-22s. I was really good at pinging the Waratahs inside their own 22. They kind of realized the Waratahs line-out wasn't functioning properly, so they did really good to just put that pressure on the Waratahs line-out. But just, you can tell the adjustment, like, hey, the line-out isn't working for them. Let's just kick the ball into the 22 and keep them pinned there and try to force errors out of the Waratahs line-out. And it was just really, really good, like top, high IQ rugby being played here by the Endurers, something that, especially the kicking game, that was lacking, last season for the Endurers, something that we haven't seen much to this level, at least not to this level as of yet. So that was very, very, very impressive from the Endurers. So let's have a look at some of the match stats. 5 tries apiece, 607 run meters to the Waratahs, 478. I'm pretty sure at halftime the run meters was like 400 something for the Endurers and like 170 for the Waratahs. It was just so one-sided for the first half. 12 turnovers conceded for the Endurers, 11 against the Waratahs. 127 tackles made, 14 missed tackles for the Druas. Waratahs a little bit worse in the completion rate. 119 tackles made, 20 missed tackles. I reckon like all 20 tackles are probably made in the first half. It was that bad. Like I said, the kicking game, surprisingly, the Endurers was managing to kick better than the Waratahs. 12 kicks in play to the Waratahs 5. A few missed penalty goals for the Endurers. There was a couple of long shots that what's his name? Armstrong, the youngster, Armstrong Ravula missed a couple from verified. I think he just like the distance really made him push it a bit too hard and missed those ones. But he's so promising. His technique looks so good. He's the cousin of Richie Mwonga. You can tell he has that ice in his vein when it comes to these goal kicks. It's gonna be pretty huge for the Endurers, and maybe going on to the national team for the Fijian side as well. Lineouts, 7 for the Fiji, 3 loss, 17 for the Waratahs, 5 loss. It was pretty poor for both teams. The lineouts were just not straight, being stolen, and all being knocked on quite a number of times. Scrums I thought was evenly managed. I thought maybe the Waratahs had a little bit of advantage early in the game, but it was pretty even overall, I felt. Penalty count, 14 against the Fijians, 10 against the Waratahs. 2 yellow cards, just repeated penalty. The second yellow card. Oh, did I mention that the Fijians actually beat the Waratahs with the play in the bin? Yeah, so in extra time, the reserve number 9, I don't know who taught him this. There was a Waratahs play on the ground. Maybe he was like trapping the ball a little bit. He just decided to go out and just start hitting him in the head, slapping him in the head. And the referee was like, no, don't do it. And he just kept slapping him in the head, got himself, like, just stupid. Like, I think the coaches would have, would not be happy seeing that. There would be a nice little chat after the game about that sort of behavior, just like slapping him in the head. I get it, he's trapping the ball, but you really can't just start abusing a player on the ground because you think that there should be a penalty. So that was a stupid yellow card. There was another one in the second half against the Fijians for repeated penalties. But when the Fijians got the yellow card in the golden extra time, I thought it was over. I thought the Waratahs surely would have won that. But no, the Fijians had one opportunity and they capitalized it. Waratahs at 7 minutes couldn't convert that into any points. So yeah, just better execution there for the Fijians. Waratahs one yellow card as well. Nwanga Netawasi deliberately knocked the ball on in the first half. Probably too hot. And yeah, probably not too hot as well. Got himself sent off for a deliberate knock on. Yeah. 39 points to 36. Let's quickly do the summary for this game. So the game actually started off the Waratahs really in the front. 4 minutes in the game, Waratahs got their first try on the ball. It's just nice little, nice little penalty, win for the maul. There was this little nice little dummy maul, and then the ball was kind of like passed back into the hooker in the short channel to a dump from a dummy maul, and then there was it was just like a little trick play, bunch of forwards passing the ball to each other in the dummy maul, and then they just scored. So I can't explain to you what happened. It was pretty tricky. So the Waratahs get on the board, 7 points to 0, and then immediately a few minutes later they got a penalty 8 minutes in. And I was like, please don't take the penalty. Please don't take the penalty. And Waratahs was like, oh, we'll take the 3, guys. It's too hard to play rugby. And I literally wrote in my notes, this is probably going to be a loss. And sure enough, he just went completely nose dive after that. 30 minutes into the game, the Fijian and Drua got themselves on the ball. They got their penalty, didn't kick for 3. It's a hot day, just like the Waratahs is experiencing. The Drua said, nope, we're gonna play. We're gonna push the tempo. They went for the line out. The ball went out midfield. Marcy 1-on-1 missed tackle from pretty much. It wasn't just 1-on-1. It was like a couple missed tackles. But Peresi was there as well, missing a massive gap. Goes in for the first try. 7 points to 0 to the Fijian and Druas. 19 minutes into the game. Just really soft tries given away by the Waratahs. Again, penalties, didn't take 3 points. They went for the 5-meter line out. And this was stupid. There was 3 people in the line out, and they're just like standing all the way out to the 15-meter mark. And then Lomani basically ran into the line out and just received the ball right in front and just crashed over for try. There was a bunch of people just sitting there from the Waratahs looking and going, what's going on? Nobody wants to make a tackle. Everyone's looking at your tackle, your tackle, your tackle. Nobody made the tackle. Free try, soft try to Lomani. 14 points to 10. For the Enduros. 29 minutes into the game, really sloppy for the Waratahs, dropping the balls. The maul was falling apart, poor tackling, and then eventually the Lomani was the Enduros tried to run the ball out of their own 22. Lomani just bust through a tackle, passed to Marcy, ran down 50, 60 meters for the third try for the Enduros. 21 points to the 10. 33 minutes into the game, there was another penalty against the Waratahs. The Enduros turned down the 3. They just quick tap and run the ball. And then a couple phases later, I think the ball just went out to Marcy. Again, plenty of time to tackle him. Izaia Peresi just got completely destroyed, like juked. It was pretty bad. He looked like he was playing touch rugby out there. Stuck his hand out, just went, fell over. And then Marcy ran in for the third try. 33 minutes in, 28 points to 10. The 28 points to 10. Yeah, and then just before halftime, 39 minutes, Nwanga Netawasi knocked the ball on deliberately. Yellow card. And then Rang started to hit. Second half, early game, Fiji looked quite good. Kicked a 50-22 here. I think they got a 50-22 in the first half as well. They had a 22-meter scrum, and the 50-22, and then they had some pressure, but they weren't able to convert. At this point, you kind of seen that they just go into a shell a little bit. 45 minutes into the game, the Waratahs had a 22-meter scrum, and then the scrum just went to the blind side. A little bit of passing between the centers, and then it was Peresi. It looked like a bit of forward pass, but Peresi did get a little offload from his inside center, pops the ball to the number 7 Charlie Gamble, who ran in for the first try in the second half for the Waratahs, second try for them. The scoreboard ticks up to 17 points to 33 at this point. 33? Or was it another try here? 17 points to 28. 49 minutes into the game, the Druas gets their first try on the ball in the second half. They're just building some pressure into the 22. The ball went out wide, and Inkanaveri just straightened up his running lines. He saw two forwards in front of him. Charlie Gamble and Angus Bell just ran through both of them under the post for the try. 33 points to 17. 56 minutes into the game, multiple penalties against the Fijian Druas. Waratahs decided to go for line out, just basic bread and butter stuff. Line out more, crash ball. Eventually, Walton crashed over for the third try for the Waratahs. Scoreboard starting to catch up, 33 points to 24. 58 minutes into the game, Druas kicked a very long, almost 50-meter penalty. Ticked the scoreboard up to 36 points to 24. 60 minutes into the game, Waratahs again got a penalty, went for the maul. This time the maul just worked. Pushed over for the try. 36 points to 29. 63 minutes into the game. Again, more penalties against Druas. Waratahs goes for the maul. There's more didn't work. They just crashed ball center field. Eventually, big boy Lockie Swinton crashed over for the try. 36 points to 36 with about 15 minutes left. So it was looking like the game still in the balance for both teams to take it before extra time. 66 minutes, Fiji had one chance to potentially win the game. There was a very long kick, and Armstrong Ravula missed this one. And eventually went to extra time. What's a bit interesting as well, during the coin toss, the Endurers won the coin toss. So the referee was like, what do you want to do? And the Enduro guy was like, we want to run with the wind. And the referee's like, no, you want to choose kickoff or you want to choose the sides. And then the Fijian Enduro guy was like, almost didn't understand what he was saying. So the referee's like, do you want the kickoff? And the Enduro guy was like, yeah, you want to kickoff. And then basically, the kickoff, the team that kicks off had a big advantage, right? So the referee kind of like talked the Enduro guy to go for the kickoff and then to play against the wind, which was really, because he clearly said, I want to run this way to that way after winning the coin toss. And the referee's like, do you want the kickoff? Telling him that he should like pick that. And then he was like, oh yeah, I want the kickoff. And then the referee's like, okay, you get the kickoff. Waratahs, you can choose which side you want to run. So it was really weird how that like the referee was like advising the Endurers for the kickoff. But yeah, the game started. A few minutes into the game, the reserve number 9 for the Endurers. Let's get him up. What's his name? Matavalu, is that him? Just slapping, Matavalu is slapping a Waratahs player on the ground, got him a send-off, and I thought this was over. I thought the Waratahs were going to win this one, playing against 14 players. But no, Edmund drop goal, hit the pads on the goalpost, and then just 7 minutes into the game, the Waratahs was not able to, very unclean. Lionel no stray, penalty against Waratahs in the scrum for boring in, and then the Endurers went for the line out, went for the maul. 22 meters out, they got a penalty already, and then Rob Valentini's brother, Kimil Valentini, slots a drop goal to win the game for the Endurers. Yeah, pretty big win. And congratulations, pretty peaceful performance by the Waratahs. Thanks for watching the video, guys. I gotta go quickly watching the Chiefs versus the Highlanders now. Thanks for watching. Check out my merch. Thanks for people who support me financially. And someone is ringing me, and I gotta go. See you later, guys.